What is the ideal start to your morning? Most would say it starts with making your bed, brushing your teeth, and or having breakfast. Now imagine this scenario instead. You wake up, you're still in bed, and you reach for your phone, just to dive headfirst into majority of notifications like likes, comments, tags, everything you can think of on social media. Now which morning routine sounds more familiar? Sadly, for many people, the latter hits closer to home than we'd all like to admit. It is undeniable that our way of connecting and communicating with each other has evolved thanks to social media. The amount of information that is widespread digitally on platforms like Facebook and Twitter has made such apps a necessity. The ease of texting our friends and families on platforms such as Snapchat and Instagram has further woven social media into our day-to-day lives. However, excessive social media use can negatively impact our mental health and relationships. Therefore, today I'm here to talk about the drawbacks social media has, as well as convince you that we all must strive to accomplish a more balanced lifestyle with proper and healthy use of the internet. Firstly, what are some problems that can arise from using social media? There may be a handful that you can think of just off the top of your head, such as the amount of time that is consumed by using it. Every week, the majority of us get a screen time report from our devices. For a lot of us, the amount of hours that we see ourselves spending on our phones and in turn social media is shocking. According to Brian Dean, author of a recent study published on Backlinko, shared that here in the US, the average time spent on social media is roughly 2 hours and 15 minutes, while in other countries such as Nigeria and Brazil have an average of nearly 4 hours, which can otherwise be used towards more productive activities like reading or exercising. Another problem that arises is in our own mental well-being. Given the times we live in, everyone is subject to stress and anxiety, further withering away our mental health. Social media only helps to expose everyone to other people's problems, which has a profound effect on mental health. An article in Psychiatric Times written by Zishan Khan underscores how prolonged exposure to social media can exacerbate feelings of anxiety, depression, and overall psychological distress. Seeing only the best parts of other people's lives can make us feel bad about our own. This can especially affect young people who might compare their lives to what they see online. According to an article on Yale Medicine by Kathy Cattell, this constant comparison can lower self-esteem and make us feel unhappy. In addition, spending too much time on social media can mess up our sleep. Screens emit blue light that tricks our brains into staying awake, so we end up feeling tired and not thinking clearly. This fatigue can weigh down anyone and only further slow down our productivity. In understanding why we've become so engrossed in social media, it's essential to recognize the powerful mechanisms at play. One significant factor is the addictive nature of such platforms, which can keep us coming back for more even when we know it's not good for us. Hopefully, throughout this speech, I've been able to maintain your attention. I shed light on our attention spans, as now with the society we live in and the attitudes people have, our spans of attention is shortening. This is one main underlying cause, as social media and online algorithms behind them are designed to take advantage of our attention spans. Social media platforms are designed to grab and hold our attention. Sean Washington's report for the Learner Center at Syracuse found that almost half of social media users feel uneasy when they can't check their accounts. This shows how much we rely on constant online engagement, which can make it harder for us to concentrate on other things. Also, studies suggest that spending too much time on social media can make it harder for us to focus. The quick pace of scrolling through feeds can make our attention span shorter and make it tough for us to control our thoughts. This means that we might keep going back to social media for a quick fix, making us even more hooked. Not only does social media feed off of our attention spans, but it also exposes us to peer pressure and everyone else's own standards. We can connect with nearly everyone across the world, and everyone in one way or another contributes to society's expectations of us. Tim Barn, writing for Forbes, points out how social media has become deeply ingrained in our culture. There's a pressure to maintain an online presence to stay connected and relevant, and this pressure can push us to spend more time on social media than we'd like. Additionally, our online activity is often influenced by the desire to keep up with others. Seeing friends and influencers post about their seemingly perfect lives can make us feel like we should do the same. The fear of missing out often drives us to spend more time on social media. Now, every problem has a solution, no matter how daunting or a challenge or implausible an answer can be. It would be one thing for me to only explain the problem to you. It is another thing for me to talk about what we can do about it. By understanding the problems and what's causing them, we are better equipped to find solutions. In today's hyper-connected world, finding a healthy balance with social media is crucial for our well-being. Fortunately, there are practical ways that we can take to regain control and use social media more mindfully. From setting boundaries to cultivating digital mindfulness, these solutions offer tangible ways for us to reclaim our time and prioritize our mental and emotional well-being in this digital age. To take charge of our social media habits, it's crucial to set clear limits. This means designating specific times for checking social media, restricting how much time we spend online daily, and creating spaces at home where digital devices aren't allowed. By sticking to these boundaries, we can stop social media from taking over our work, relationships, and free time. Sarah Peck, the author of the Harvard Business Review article titled "I Ran 4 Experiments to Break My Social Media Addiction and Here's What Worked," suggests that we designate specific times for social media, such as 9 a.m., 12 p.m., and 4 p.m. This helps break the cycle of compulsively checking throughout the day. While social media enables us to connect, it should never replace face-to-face interactions. We must make an effort to prioritize spending time with loved ones in person. According to Graham Richards, author of the article "People Who Successfully Balance Social Media and Real Life Often Follow These 9 Rules," he states, "It's crucial to prioritize spending time with loved ones in person. By making face-to-face interactions a priority, we strengthen our relationships and foster a deeper sense of connection and belonging." Richards also recommends establishing tech-free zones in our homes to encourage face-to-face interactions and reduce screen time. Designating areas where digital devices aren't allowed, such as the dining room or living room, can promote meaningful conversations and quality time with loved ones. By creating these spaces, we can cultivate deeper connections and enjoy more meaningful offline experiences. Now, armed with a deeper understanding and the pitfalls of social media overuse and the strategies for achieving a healthier, balanced life, let's reflect on the importance of taking action. Social media can rob all of us of the precious time in our day. The algorithms are even programmed with that in mind. It can also leave a lasting impact on our mental health, and any individual can feel trapped in comparison that they are exposed to through social media. With all the underlying factors, our shortest attention spans, and society's norms and expectations, it is clear as to why so many people fall trap of social media. However, there are practical solutions and ways for us to help us keep connected without relying on social media. And by setting our own limits with solutions, we can reclaim control over our digital habits and foster more meaningful connections. Today, I persuaded you as to how dangerous social media can be and how we all should strive for a balanced lifestyle, keeping the internet in its proper place. Now, with those solutions and tactics in mind, I have shown you how we can avoid falling into our common morning routine of checking our phones. Instead, now you and I are better equipped to strive to have a healthy routine of doing all of life's necessities by keeping social media in its place.